So AMVR have just sent me out their Quest 2 extension grips. However, this will still be a completely unbiased review with the product's positives and negatives taken into account. Okay, so in the box you get an instruction manual with English instructions on the front and Chinese instructions on the back, along with a red extension grip, the middle connector, and a blue extension grip, along with the necessary ties and safety rings. Now, when you compare this grip to the one I've been sent to by Saber VR in the past, you can see that it's considerably smaller. However, I would say that the build quality is slightly better. Now, before you connect these grips to your controllers, you're going to want to take out the original safety strings that were in your controllers. So you just slot the controller into the grip and use the provided Velcro tags to tie it into place. Now, these are actually considerably stronger than I thought they were going to be, considering they're just Velcro tags. And then you can either add the screw-on bottoms to the grip so that there's no hole at the bottom, or you can use the included middle grip if you're going to play games like Beat Saber.
Okay, I'm now going to use these grips in a few games just to see how they handle.
Now, I can say that while I was playing Beat Saber, it was definitely more enjoyable and easier to play. One of the main reasons behind this was because you can actually feel like you're holding the sabers you're using in the game. They also give you a noticeably longer reach when you're attempting to slice the blocks. And I can definitely say that they made me better at the game because I never get this many points. Now, I'm going to give these grips an 8 out of 10 on Beat Saber, and this is just because how much noticeably more enjoyable it was to play than compared to without the grips. So the next game I tested these grips in was Gorilla Tag, because I know a lot of you are going to want to be using them in Gorilla Tag to try and get long arms. Now, in Gorilla Tag, these grips do definitely have both positives and negatives. So a few good things about them is that you can run faster, jump higher, and very noticeably branch easier. Now, this is obviously because they're giving you noticeably longer arms, which also has its own risks. And the risk being is if you use them in a public lobby, you may well get banned. Another thing that's quite annoying in game is not being able to use any of the triggers or buttons on your Oculus controllers. Now, if you want to be clicking any buttons in-game, you're going to want to use your triggers, so it means you're going to have to move your hands. So overall on Gorilla Tag, I'm going to give these a 7 out of 10. Now, that's because they do their job. They give you longer arms, they make it easier to run and jump. However, using them in public lobby is quite a risk, and it does have its disadvantages. Now, if you're like me, you get very sweaty when you're playing on VR, which is why AMVR also sent me out their Oculus Quest 2 leather interface. It comes with a facial interface with upgraded ventilation. It also comes with 2 leather face cushions, one big squishy one and one that's slightly thinner. Now, you just attach this to the facial interface that you get in the box and simply snap it into place to replace your old one on your VR. Now, if you want to buy the controller grips, the facial interface, or both, remember to use code RAINVR on AMVR's website to get 15% off on your purchase. But anyway, let's move on to our final game for the testing of these grips. The last game I tested these grips in was Walkabout Mini Golf, which if you haven't heard of already is, well, what it says in the title. It's primarily a mini golf game with beautiful scenery, with lots of different levels to choose from. My personal favourite though on the game is this one, with this nice castle theme. I tried the grips out in the mini golf maps, and it was actually really fun. If I'm being honest, it was probably the most fun I've had on VR in quite a while. Now this was because the grips give you a sense of holding the golf club, on top of the game also having beautiful scenery. Then, on top of all this, there's also a driving range with many different game modes to choose from. My favourite one is this practice one where you gotta try and hit all the targets. Now, overall in this game, I'm gonna have to give them a 10 out of 10. Now, this is because you can feel like you're genuinely holding the golf club, and this game is just so much fun to play with them. And guys, if you don't already have Walkabout Mini Golf and you're looking into getting it, use the link in the description to get 10% off when you're buying it in the MetaQuest store.
Now, I hope this video has helped you with your decision on whether or not to buy these extension grips, and thank you very much again for watching.